Hi Cancer, this is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your current reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs, or anyone who happens to come upon this video. This guidance is for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you, and just know that the way that I read is more to do with your soul and its alignment and its expansion and development than it is about sort of your 3D reality, people around you, predictions. That's not really my style. This is more about growing your soul and finding an aspect of yourself that you can focus on each time. I shuffled off camera. I always shuffle off camera. And I drew your cards off on camera, except my phone was messed up. So I thought in order to honor usually I pull on camera, but in order to honor the first pull, I started this video over and kept the cards that were pulled when the phone wasn't working. But it's working now, so let's see what we've got. We've pulled an oracle card from the magical messages from the fairies for you at this time, Cancer, and the message is assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. So the first thing I hear when I pulled this card for you is that this is not about a sort of dig your heels in, stand your ground, defiant aggression, toward opposition. Assertive, for you at this time, what I'm getting is that it's more of just knowing within what's right for you, being in that alignment, and then going forward with gentle or enthusiastic yeses when things resonate with your alignment. This is about sort of just being your true full self without apology. And I like it. I like this for right now. We've just passed your birthday month, and it's time, as we start your new birth cycle, your birth year, Cancer, stand fully in your own, right? So the Zen Tarot cards that we pulled to elaborate on this topic are in the Flying Bird spread. You have a point of liftoff, and then we take flight between the wings, internal energies on the left, external on the right, and we come to a new level of awareness here. So let's see where you're starting here, Cancer. Well, yes, of course. The existence card. For me in this reading, what I'm hearing on this is, I know myself. I'm in full alignment with who I am, and it doesn't really matter where my feet are, where I'm standing, where I'm living, who I'm with, who I'm around. I am always in alignment, right? I'm always home. And that happens within you. That happens between you and your own soul, you and source. And this is beautiful because this is affirming of the energy of just simply being you without any need to push against anyone else, push against someone who differs from you. If they push at you, no need to push back. That kind of a very certain, just very fully aligned version of yourself. I love it. So that's your starting point. The first internal energy card here, that position, it's called the fear of flying. So if there is going to be anything that blocks your progress, that card, this energy needs to be mastered in order to progress, right? And we got receptivity. Love it. Water card, depth of feeling, wide open heart, open mind, open spirit to receive all of the gifts that the universe has. So if there's been some periods for you recently say your assertiveness and your self-awareness has been maybe just shattered up a little bit by others or challenged, then your response is, like we said, not to push back, but to realign and to open up. And, listen to opposing opinions, listen to all of it, make space and room for all of it, for all of the different types of beings that you encounter. They all have their own real and true message, and even if they're letting their mind take over a little bit and chattering a little too much about, maybe standing a little too defiantly and screaming out their beliefs, that's okay, because that's the place they're in. There is no need for you to do so in return. You can stand quietly and openly, receive their message, and just let it pass on by if it doesn't align with you, right? I don't know why I came into this. I feel I'm going down sort of a tangent of if somebody tries to knock you off your center. I don't necessarily think that's happening to all of you. And perhaps you've just simply been out of touch with your center recently, or this is just an affirmation to continue on that path. Mostly the sign, of Cancer, you know yourself deeply because you go deep. You're the water, you are very home-oriented, just very family, very connecting with others. So this isn't something new to you in order, to know yourself that deeply. But it's just a reminder to apply it and really own it when the times come up. Well, and then the next card. So this is an external energy card. So knowing your place, knowing yourself in full alignment, and staying open to all that is sometimes requires patience, right? Because when we're open to all that is, sometimes we are exposed to things that aren't in alignment with ourselves. And that's okay. That's where the patience card comes in. Everything comes back to source and comes back to center in due time. We don't tell the moon, see the moon in its cycle from crescent, waxing and then waning, full and then waning. We don't say, hurry up moon and get full. And, we just know it will. We have patience because we know the process. We know it will come back around. So this is your sort of the grounding of your reading is in alignment with your truth. It will never steer you wrong. Stand for a minute, stay open, and deep breathing as it progresses. As things progress, it always comes back to a center. And if you're in that centered space more often than not, then your path goes with ease. Okay. The next internal energy here after this foundation is the guilt card. So this is a cautionary card. It is not saying you're guilty and you shouldn't just stand up for yourself. This is saying when you do and you speak your truth, don't let your mind play tricks on you and tell you that you should have done otherwise, right? See the claws at her brain? It's just tearing at her because she feels really guilty for not showing up as others expected her to, I suppose. But look what's ahead. If you can clear that mind cloud, you've got it, right? You've got the clear, colorful, beautiful, flowery existence. So what I do get from this is just know there's going to be a level of your mind getting involved and maybe saying, you shouldn't, whatever, because of our base card was stand up for your beliefs. This card might tell you otherwise, right? So just be aware of that energy when it comes in. It's okay. to to have our minds question us. That's why our mind and body work in harmony. Our mind keeps us in check. Mind and body, mind and soul, mind and heart. Our true self really knows the way, and our mind likes to jump in and check us every now and then, and that's okay. Let it pass. Let it be as it is. Excuse me, my throat's a little croaky. The next external energy played off of this guilt card is the sorrow card. So yeah, so letting this energy of the guilt, letting that mental questioning in too far, what does it lead to in your daily life? Sort of a sorrow, a loss of your true self, right? A disconnect from what you really know, which is down here, these cards. You're in full alignment, you're staying open. You realize that your way isn't right for everyone. And sometimes you might question that, Sometimes you might question that and feel badly about it. But please know that getting back into this alignment is the way. It's not going farther into the debate of what's right for you or not. It's just resting back into sort of pulling away and knowing, yeah, no, this is who I am. This isn't who I am. The guilt and the disconnect is not who I am. I know who I am, and I'm in alignment with that. It's just a reminder, right, as part of the cycle. The next internal energy, well, that is you, the rebel. Unapologetically stand firm in who you are. You might break chains, you might break patterns, or break others' notions of how things should be, of how you should be. Maybe you've been very quiet and demure all your life and not really speaking up a lot. And lately you have been, because this assertiveness is grounding you in what you really believe in. That's okay. People may see you as, breaking protocol, but that's not what this card really means. And it's an internal energy. So this just means to shore up your full self and own it. And own it and be it. Yeah. The last external energy here and sort of the outlook into the reading, I love that. It's adventure. So, starting back with the base of the reading, knowing yourself, being in alignment, staying open and allowing others to be as they are, just as you are allowing yourself to be as you are. Having patience with the process, patience with yourself, because if your mind gets involved a little and starts to play tricks on you, telling you should be saying and doing otherwise, that could take you on a whole other tangent, which could result in a disconnect from your own true meaning. But you'll circle back, get back in alignment, and kind of say, yeah, you know what? No, this is me, and this is what I believe, and you don't have to agree with me, and you don't have to be like me, but this is me, and I'm showing up like that. That creates this whole new trail, this whole tangent on your journey to look forward to, right? Rainbow worlds up ahead. This little child is heading toward the rainbow, not knowing what's there, not knowing what will result, but going anyway because it's so appealing. That forward motion, that openness, just like the receptivity card, that staying open to what's coming. Whether or not you're aware and know exactly how everything's going to play out, be firm in your alignment of your own being, and you really can't go wrong. And it really will feel a lot more free and fun. Okay, Cancer, I think this will do it. I hope this was... excuse my throat. I'm so sorry. I feel like this whole reading's been like a morning with me. It's crazy. Everything's moving around, and I didn't have the camera on. But I think it was a good reading. So thank you guys for being here, and I love you all so much. Take care. I'll see you next time.